I don't understand why they built a temple like this without drainage.
But now, don't forget to touch. Tome esta parte también, no se olviden, me olvidé de decir en español. But now. Porque todas las piedras que se han encontrado hasta el día de hoy que parecen H, solamente esta es distinta. ¿Por qué? Porque acá...
Hello, good morning. So today we're going on a tour, Tiwanaku and Pumapunku. It's a full day trip. We're waiting for Kuya to pick us up here in front of these churches, Basilica Maria Auxiliadora. So I messaged him already because the meeting time is 8:30, so we've been here like 30 minutes early. So we are not Filipino today. Later. So Kuya already picked us up. Check it out. 1 hour and 45 minutes. So. Hello! We're here now in Tiahuanaco. So it's like a big complex. Pumapunku is actually part of Tiahuanaco complex. So we paid $30 per person, including lunch and the tour. And
The people want to leave.
okay, so we need to go and we already paid Kuya the ticket. No, Kuya will need to pay ticket there. So let's go. Nakabili kami ng coca leaves. So, sabi ni Kuya, ito daw, itong truck na to, may train daw dati dito na galing sa Alto City. Yung Alto yung malapit siya sa La Paz City. Tapos, papunta yung train dito, mag-i-stop sa Tiwanaku. Tapos, pupunta siya dun sa Titicaca Lake. Pero, nung nag-COVID, in-stop na nila. So sad. Mas maganda sana kung gumagana pa yung train kasi. Mas convenient yun kasi by train lang, mas mabilis kesa sa van, feeling ko. Sana ibalik na ulit nila yung train. Pero, nag-BBC Bjorn. After nun, pupunta na kami sa entrance, Tiwanaku Complex. See ya!
He has only 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, not 5. And the ancient people, they believe too much in the spiritual part about life. But now here we can see something like angels. We can see the head, the body, the legs, the arms, and this looks like a wing. No? And the same, 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers only. And according to all beliefs, we say that this is the spiritual representation of humans. We're going to die in the future, and we're going to change something spiritual. And that the spiritual part of us, we're going to have different characteristics in physiology and so on. No? Yes. And as I explained in the band, we don't know when appeared this society, no? And it was a problem for the scientists to work with the theories, and they decide to looking for a parameter in the time to begin to work with the theories and so on. You can see that Inca's culture, like a big empire, they stayed from the beginning of 1300s until the beginning of 1500s. Archaeological areas related with Incas nowadays are not too much about Tiwanaku, because the Incas area suffered the destruction of the colonies, the Spanish people. They destroyed or modified some places, but this area suffered the Spanish destruction. Other cultures arrived previously here, and they took something that they needed for, you know. It's necessary to know that people found evidence about these societies in Argentina, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, and until the south of Colombia. What's going on? It's totally mysterious, no? Muy buenos días. Amigos, señoras, señores, jóvenes y señoritas, sean bienvenidos a Tiwanaku.
Parece un megáfono. Y estás hablando más bajo.
Hey, Aymara, what's the name of this place with minerals? And the Aymaras, they say this area is a Tiahuanaco. And people interpret it in 1900s those words like it's a dry area where teenagers usually are walking or that's it. But the Spanish people didn't understand that meaning. Local people call this area with minerals like Tiahuanaco. Difficult pronunciation. We need to write it. And they wrote like a Tiahuanaco. In Aymara language, it's possible to identify only 3 vowels, A, I, and U. Aymara's people are learning Spanish language to say the word milk. In Spanish is leche. But Aymara's people say like a lich. But unfortunately, like a societies nowadays, we are creating discrimination about that. We say They don't speak good Spanish. They are ignorant. No?
Funny,
But
yeah.
that's real because we have no specific knowledge about the characteristics of our languages, cultures. There are many international organizations arrived here, and they say that is area is important not only for Bolivian people. It's important for all the history of the human, and that's why they say we need to write the correct the name of this culture more according to the local language, Aymara. That's why they wrote like a Tiwanaku. That's why it's a totally mysterious, the real name of this society or culture.
Aymara don't know the name, then it must be older than Aymara.
Yeah, probably, but we have no idea until this. Aymara's people, they don't
I
know.
can remember now.
Nobody remembers exactly. No. Okay, the Spanish people arrived here, they took the metals, and after that they began to review more this area, particularly this pyramid, and in the end they took the stones that for the construction of that church that you can see there, many churches around, and people identified many stones that belong to these areas in San Francisco Church in the downtown of La Paz City. 20% of the ceramic that we're going to see in the museum, people found in these areas, and the 80% in the rest of these territories. No? 8 years ago, many people arrived here, but they scanned all these territories. Yeah. People identified that it's possible to see 5 temples, but you need to dig all the village that we saw in that area, approximately 8 meters, and down there are the. And that's why people say that probably this area it was like a big hill, and the areas where we are visiting today, they were in the top.
It's just a tip, yeah.
That's probably the top, and that's why we need to dig.
Why they don't do it then?
Why people are not discovering new things? Because we believe too much in superstition. Local people will say, no, the archaeologists arrived to discover something, they were going to discover new temple, but in the same time they were going to take something from them, and they're going to back home. All those things that we're going to produce are disequilibriums in the natural energies here, and we're going to suffer natural phenomena. And local people we're going to suffer. That's why people are not, they say, no, we need to forbid more investigations here.
So this is not government related, this is the people, the locals, they
people,
don't want it.
Yes, because people say, yeah, you can do it, no, but then the local people are 2002, they block it, not more tourists, because people are destroying this area. That's why people try to forbid. The local government saying, no, we need to continue with this activity, it's part of the economy here in Bolivia. And the first time the government, they gave money, the communities around, to keep them calm and so on. And the money are coming from the money that you are paying with the ticket, no?
It's a bit sad actually, yeah, because the Maya, they also forgot the past. As you said, they forgot.
Yes.
They're not really sure. But if you want to explore here more,
because we
more,
have some other idea. They say many foreign people, they were going to arrive with many investigations. And the idea, behaviors of people, they were going to change and begin to forbid many qualities like societies and so on.
so there were actually two entrances.
No? The other kind, the shape of this temple, but they work only in like a big square.
Okay.
That's why it's not good work, and obviously when they complete the work, they found extra stones, and that's why we can see many mountains of stones in many places around. After that, in 1931, people found this other temple, and here inside they found 4 stones. Nowadays we can see 3. They were lying. One is missing. The missing stone is 7 meters and 20 tons. Where is the stone? In 1933, Bolivia, we had a war with Paraguay territories, and the president in that time, he decided to move that stone and put in the downtown of La Paz City to increase the nationalism inside people and so on. That's why that monolith stayed from 1933 until 2002 in La Paz City. Today we're going to see 2 kinds of monolith. We can see a monolith inside that temple. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Inside the
yeah.
that monolith, the position of hands like this. Yeah? And these monoliths, these monoliths are representing the political part of this society. And so the big monolith was representing the father, the red one, the mother, and the 2 little, the children.
When you have all these different faces here, yeah, which symbolize different
unfortunately
cultures.
nowadays it's difficult to appreciate all the details of the faces, but we have some pictures about in the 80s, 90s. In internet we can see many characters like Asian people from Asia, black people, and some more variety.
So it's also kind of proof that these were all interconnected. Yeah?
Exactly.
Interesting, yeah. And the erosion, in the meantime, the erosion is so strong that you cannot recognize it anymore.
In 2017, for example, it was like a pool. because this system of drainage is not.
That's what I
people
said.
didn't work in correct way.
Okay.
It's new. It's not original. No?
Yeah,
The
okay.
original is destroyed at the time.
Yeah. I don't understand. Yeah, it's a monkey. Yeah. I don't understand why they built a temple like this without drainage. Is it maybe going deeper and having a drainage then? It's clear when this is full with water, or when there's no drainage, then this will not survive over time. Let's go to this one. Ah, this is the mama.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In this area, because as I explained, many people from the NASA astronomers arrived here, and they said that about the changes in the polarity, and the days nowadays are totally different comparing with the days in the past. But in Tiwanaku's time, they used this area for the next. When the rising sun appeared in that way, first light of the sun arrived at that stone. In summer arrived the other stone in the other corner. Autumn, the lights arrived in the middle stone. And probably they put the stones in those positions representing some kind of calendar. Yeah. You can see 1, 2, 3 levels. Oh. Many people say that probably this door, it belonged to the Puma Punku, and the Puma Punku, it was an area to traveling other dimensions. If you cross these doors, you arrive at other dimensions.
Let's try.
I agree with that, but probably that traveling, it was not physically. It was spiritually, and probably you count the fingers in the other. It's 5.
Yeah.
And in each hand he is holding different instrument. In the right he is holding a stick or scepter. With that he is demonstrating the authority and power that this authority he had with the people around. And in the other hand he is holding a ceremonial glass, a keru. With that is demonstrating the justice that he applied with the society around. The stone disappeared. Someone took it.
This is Monoliths.
No, yeah, the first time I say this thing.
Same reaction.
There is the stone.
Oh yes, wow. Yeah, I know.
To take off his fur, he could die. Because he's so anxious about that. He could die. And the wool of this animal, it's really soft.
And Titicaca Lake arrived until this point, and it was the entrance of this society. Here we can see 1, 2, 3 doorways of sand. Similar stone that we saw in the other place. Now the weight of each one is 8 tons, and the other stone that we saw in the other place is 10 tons. People found evidence that these stones belong to Cusco, in volcanoes close to Cusco.
This is incredible.
Cusco is so far from here. How people transportate the stones until this place?
Why?
No, until these days, it's impossible to identify the time of these stones, of these pieces, because we can analyze here this part, and we can identify, for example, 50 years before Christ. No, another piece, no, 100 years after or before Christ, because the materials are appearing in different times in the world. But now, don't forget to toque esa parte también, no se olviden, me olvidé de decir en español. But now here in this area, in this stone particular, you're gonna feel the stone, and it's interesting, the work. But now, we have people found one difference in these stones. In front, they are similar. Looks like an H. No, we can see the little door inside, but we can see one difference in the back, because this stone, for example, it has this area in the stone similar like this hole here in front. But this other is a little bit more wide in the back. But if you pay attention in these areas, you can see that here in front is a little bit more narrow, and here in the back is a little bit more open, like this. It's possible to identify that. But in the same here in the back, narrow, open. Oh, why? No? That's why people say to join this stone with this other, it was necessary to put this area here inside. And that kind of shape for the maintenance of the unit, no? And probably the purpose of these stones, wide in the back, it was to delimitate the structure of the walls, because it's impossible to add more stones in the back, no? But now, why they worked with these little doors inside? This stone was here inside. Why they worked like that? Well, probably they spent too much energy, too much work, extra work, we don't know. But now, first, we can see this kind of erosion here in the stone. It's not proper from a volcanic stone. We can see this kind of erosion in houses nowadays, no? In the concretes and in the buildings and houses. It looks like that, no?
Yeah,
That's a proof that it's a concrete. And probably to create these shapes, they used molds. I need to say so much thank you for coming today, so much thank you for your attention with me. Many things to say about these areas, but it's sometimes difficult to summarize everything, no? Unfortunately, the time is our enemy all the time. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this trip. I hope you are keeping good remains about your experience here in La Paz, Bolivia, and Altiplano.